Wrong button.
This is on. Yeah, okay, all right. Just put it right in there. Jack, persnickety, serendipity, diphthong, chicken. That's the essence of my relationship with Sam. Those 5 words could be brought back down to a single word. In many circumstances, we could just say Jack. In other circumstances, it's just a Jack, persnickety, chicken. But the whole is Jack, persnickety, serendipity, diphthong, chicken. Now, the reason you don't understand that is we don't either. But it's something that was a theme of our relationship that we brought in high school. I don't understand it. But it relates to the kookiness and the love that we had and shared for each other for many, many years. Sam is a patient man. Hasn't always been a patient man, but he is now.
Maybe.
I think he learned patience when he started fly fishing. It's one of those things that I always envied of him because I wanted to be like a river runs through it and float and do all that stuff. And I tried it and I really sucked at it. And he had the patience to just get the line just right and just get out there and eat fish, and you catch these big fish and bring them in, and as a fisherman, you're always looking for the lunker. Well, about 3.5 years ago, he got the lunker on the hook. His name was Carrot. Now, often, when you think about fishing, he's reeling her in, and she's fighting it off, and you notice this is a big fish. And so he gets scared, he freaks out, but he lets the line go. He lets the line go because you know he's gonna break the hook up and he's gonna lose her. And then a little while he reels her in again and reels again, and she's fighting hard. And at one point, he tells me something to the effect of, I don't know that it's going to happen, man. And I'm like, well, just give her some space. So he lets her out. Lets her out. Just reels it out. And he's not even sure she's on the hook anymore. She's off in Alaska, some other place. Year goes by, I think, and he grabs that line that he set on the bank for a while, picks it up. And you know, just checking out, well, she's actually on the bank, kind of peeking at her. She's got this hook in her mouth right there, hanging out. It's like, I'm kind of here. What do you think? Should you reel me in? And then she swims out into the pond for a while, comes back. And finally, I don't know what actually transpired because I was in California, so I missed out for eventually I'll get the full story sometime, but he set the hook and he brought her in, and she kicked the whole way, but it was great. And if you continue to have the patience with each other and the fight that you have with each other, the rest of your lives, always looking back at the opportunity to apologize sincerely, because you're going to need it. Remember, you are right, sweetheart. It's important. Say it. Because you're going to be saying that. Well, know that you'll do all right, and we're all excited for you. Thanks.
I don't know how I'm going to follow that, but Dan, you and I should talk because I was there the whole time and I have the story. I've been trying to think of what I could tell these two and advice I could give, and I don't feel very adequate to give advice. I'm married, so. But I have been there to watch these two since first meeting, through it all. I've known them together as well as apart. I've been Sam's good friend, and I've been Kira's best friend since we were little. And I've watched both of them individually and together. It's just been incredible to see how you two have grown and how you come together. And especially in the last little while, you guys have really been able to work through the hard times, enjoy the good times. And I was talking to them last night, and I'll say it again, but I think you guys have a foundation for something really incredible because you've been through so much together, because you've worked through so much together. And I really think that will give you the best foundation for your future. You know how to talk, you know how to compromise, and it's something you'll continue to do, but it's going to be incredible. And you two have more than just a romance, more than just the fairy tale wedding, the happily ever after. They have a companionship, they have a friendship, and it's going to last in 3 ages.
When you have two sisters and two competitive sisters that are Sam's right here. She's older. We needed to both come up just so that I just have a favorite memory of Sam when I was a freshman. Sam's enough ahead of me in school that I didn't get to go to school with him, but when I was a freshman, I was on the volleyball team up at the high school, and so I was able to see him on A-days, around A4, and I knew just where to find him when I'd come up after lunch, and I would see him in the halls, and I'd just run and jump on him and give him a great big hug, and he'd just get so embarrassed. I was like, oh, Al, oh, hi, Al, little sister. And then in that same vein, when his not friends, but associates in school sometimes would flirt with me, he would get so protective and angry and just be like, I don't like them and I don't like you talking to them. You are a ninth grader. So he's a protector and such a good person. Kara is a wonderful, wonderful girl, and I enjoyed getting to know her. I feel bond. We're bonded. Ultimate frisbee. We're there. Yes.
Girls against boys, and we beat them, but that's because we started tackling them. They couldn't tackle us. Only girls could beat them.
All right. But here we love Sam so much. He's such a good guy. His heart is one on his shoulder. You know it. That's a pretty special thing about a guy. It wasn't always that way. He was kind of quiet, younger, quietly stubborn, very stubborn. And just as he's gotten older and we've all matured, it's been so much fun to really get to know Sam, and then having you puzzle piece together. It's just nice, so perfect.
Okay, so it's not as Okay, so anyway, I just want to tell you a little bit about Sam. We were very different growing up. Sam, as you've heard, was very silently stubborn, and I was the older sister and was going to tell him what to do. And so Mom would say, okay, can you please go downstairs and clean up? And I'd go down and say, I don't feel like it right now. And it would make me so mad because he wouldn't do what Mom said. If he just didn't feel like it. No, I don't feel like it. Oh, so aggravating. So I was always constantly getting on his case because you couldn't make him do anything. I remember Swen trying to make him do something, and he had him totally covered up, because you can see how big Swen is. And he was just trying to muscle him into it. And Sam, you could not make him do anything he did not want to do. So incredibly stubborn. And he starts changing and going a little bit, because I remember the first time he actually kissed me. Because he's not a very physical guy. He's not a very physical guy, or wasn't. I had done, I think it was his 13th birthday or something, and I had done a scavenger hunt for him. And after it was all done, he walked up to me, kissed me on the cheek, and he goes, "Thanks, Lex." And the first thing that came to my mind was, he kissed me! You have to know Princess Bride, it's family affair. So, Sam left on his, oh wait, no, sorry, I forgot high school. I can't miss that. Sam and I, because we were only 15 months apart, we were very competitive. Even as a baby, my mom said when she had him, I tried to push him off the lap, because that was my mom. So I competed with Sam a lot, and in high school, I would never let him drive, because I was the older sister, and I got to drive. And he just dealt with me. He was so nice. And I remember my mom said to me, she goes, "Do you remember how nice mine was to you in high school? And how much you love that? Well, the way you're treating Sam, that's what he's going to remember you the rest of your life." That just hurt. Like, I'm being so mean. So the next day, I'm like, "Here, Sam, you want to drive?" And I remember that look. He looked at me and goes, "Really?" And I just let him drive the rest of the year because I had to make up for so many years working into it. And I think just for years after that, I'm like, I've got to be a good sister because Sam's really a nice guy. And so on his mission, I didn't write any of my brothers really well, but I wrote Sam weekly. I just needed to talk to him. I needed to build this relationship with him. And so I moved away after he came home from his mission, and so I didn't get to be home